Now that we have our data entered into the calculator, I'm going to show you how to create the trend line and the graph. Okay, so our data is now entered into the calculator, and what we want to do is we want to create a scatter plot and a trend line. So what we're going to do first is make sure that our stat plots are on. So we're going to go second stat plot to make sure that our plots are on. Right now my plots are off, so I'm going to push enter to get underneath that tab and turn my plots to on. Go over to the highlighted button and then turn them on. You can mess with the settings if you want, but I'm going to make a standard scatter plot and I'm going to keep it as blue. Once that's good to go, just hit second quit, and then that takes you out to the main screen. Okay, now what we want to do is we want to make sure that there's nothing in our y equals bar. So if we go to y equals, make sure that there's nothing graphed in your y equals. There is something in mine, so I'm going to go ahead and clear it out for now. Alright, once I've got all that squared away, I'm going to hit the zoom button, and then the one that I want is number 9, option 9. So by hitting zoom 9, there is all of my data. This looks like a negative correlation to me, since as x gets bigger, y gets a little smaller. So basically saying the more time that we practice, the less mistakes we're going to make, which kind of makes sense. And now what we want to do is we want to create the trend line from this. So to do that, we're going to go back to the stat button, we're going to go over to calculate, and we'll go down to option number 4. Okay, I have a x list, that's my L1, that's correct, because that represents everything here. My y list is L2. The frequency we don't need to worry about. We want to store our regression line in our y equals button. The way that we do that is as follows. We hit the vars button, then we go over to the y vars, then we hit enter to bring up function, and there is our y1. By hitting enter again, it brings you back and it says, okay, figure out this information calculator and put it in y1. Now we'll go to calculate, hit enter, and it's telling me that this is my linear regression line. Okay, I don't have my R set up. I could set up that if I wanted to, but it's just not showing right now. But the neat thing about this is when you go to the y equals button, it's already there for you. So now when we hit the graph button or zoom 9, we're going to be able to see here's all our data points and here is our trend line. So the trend line would be y equals negative 0.47x, and then to see the rest of it, you just sort of scroll over here. Mine's taking forever, but plus whatever it happens to be, whatever it was. 0.7x plus 7.26, basically, is what that would be. All right? And that would be our graph, and that's how to do our trend line.